Hi, this is Plate Glass Armor, and welcome to Episode 8 of the Mars Exploration Team Tournament. This is between Tyrannus with his mixed team of the interplanetary paint removal and 5 Nan whales versus TodTheTidePod's squad of cobras. Let's begin. And one of the Nan whales immediately smashing itself into the ground, and the second one also managing to damage itself enough to DQ itself. A third one managed to beach itself, so the Nan whales seem to struggle with a ground-bound opponent. That being said, the paint remover is happily chewing away at the health of the cobras, even though the Nan whales are struggling. A constant stream of fire from the paint remover. Looks like it hit some ammunition, which blew off the main gun, making that cobra useless for the rest of the match. Another Nan whale throwing itself at the ground, which means there's 2 Nan whales left. I'm not sure how many of the cobras are still in fighting condition, though, because many of them are on their side or missing their turrets. Since they have missile launchers, that's better than nothing, because the missiles can correct for some of that, but they're going to struggle to damage the paint remover, especially if it's maintaining its evasive maneuvers like it currently is. It looks like the missiles do not have any turning thrusters, so they struggle with catching evasive targets, and that is the Cobra's only weapon. So this is turning into a one-sided fight where the interplanetary paint remover has free reign to simply pick off whichever cobra looks most attractive to it. This cobra is still alive, but its turret is missing, and I don't think they have repairs. And with another ammo hit, that cobra is down. And it looks like the local weapon controller on this one is missing because it's not even trying to aim. And this one is missing most of its gantries. Oh, yeah, there goes the gun. Looks like it took out the block that the turret was perched on. One minute remains, and the outcome is pretty much a foregone conclusion, except the paint remover just ran out of materials. So it looks like the IPR struggles with longevity in this fight. If it can smash into the ground hard enough, it might do itself some serious damage in the last 30 seconds. That also means its gun isn't firing because it simply cannot refill its ammunition. And with that, we have time for the first match. It goes to Team 1 for the paint remover and the Nanwell, but not by very much, because the Nanwells do make up a fair percentage of the total hit points of the team. Which means if the Cobras can hang on long enough in this fight and survive the punishment of that rapid fire APS, then the interplanetary paint remover may run out of ammunition fast enough that the team would technically be at lower hit points. So it could still go either way. Looks like the IPR did take one hit so far. But most missiles are simply whizzing past. Another hit, bringing the IPR down to exactly 99% health. And this is one of those circumstances where having repair bots would actually be detrimental. Because the IPR runs out of materials so quickly, if it was trying to repair the scratch damage it had been taking so far, it would be running out of materials that much quicker. Currently, TodTheTidePod's Cobra team is winning this round, but it remains to be seen if they can last 3 minutes without the IPR chewing through that last 5% health or so. It probably only needs to DQ one more Cobra in order to do it. And yep, it just did that, dropping the Team 2 down to below the 58% that Team 1 is at. Two minutes remain, and there's not much hope for Team Cobra to come back from this. In round 1, the IPR ran out of materials at roughly 1 minute remaining. We'll see if it's rationing its materials a little better this time, or if it will run out at the same time. What the Cobras are really hoping for is the IPR to be running out of materials right as it's going up into the air, so it smashes into the ground as hard as possible. The lower gravity of Mars means that it needs quite a bit more time for acceleration to do serious impact damage with the ground. Oh, and it looks like this time the IPR is not running out of materials, so I suspect that last time one of its material storage containers got hit. This time it's still got 3,000 materials to go and only 40 seconds remain. The IPR desperately trying to DQ every Cobra before the match ends, but I don't think it's quite going to manage it. Five, four, three, two, one, and that's time. Second round goes to Tyrannus team. Watch this initial charge by the Nan whales. 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. No, only 4 smash into the ground. One of them managed to keep itself in the air. So this is the last surviving Nan whale, as all the others decided to imitate lemmings. It managed one shot with its blast guns. And there we go. The fifth one smashes itself into a pancake on the surface of Mars. Good hit there by one of the Cobras, bringing the IPR down to 91% health. Those are heat warheads, so it didn't damage the exterior, but it's missing some components on the inside. In fact, I think it may have disabled the gun, which would bring this to a win for Team Cobra, because the IPR has no way of repairing itself, and currently it has no way of damaging the Cobras. I'm going to pause time real quick and take a peek inside, but yep, that gun is totally disabled, disconnected from the firing piece. So I think I'm going to have to call this one for the Cobras, because there's nothing that Tyrannus team can do anymore. With all the Nan whales destroyed, and the IPR helpless to damage the Cobras, the Cobras managed a commanding victory at 98.6% health to 48, with that one perfect shot through the front with a heat warhead. So with 2-1, Tyrannus versus TodTheTidePod, I'm going to call this match over.